going on YouTube? Yes, you read that thumbnail and title correctly. We are really putting a cinema camera up against the Webcam S3, which is a webcam. Why are we doing this? You're gonna find out. It's a very important reason. Before we get into that, welcome to the Granny Geek Show, where we cover all things tech. Now, I'm a video producer. I run a video production company, and that means I get to play with cinema cameras, bona fide movie making cameras all the time. This here is the Blackmagic Pocket 6K, and I've used this to shoot a lot of my B-roll and a lot of my YouTube videos. And today we're gonna be seeing if this will be beat by this Webcam S3 webcam. And yes, this test sounds ridiculous, and it would be if we didn't clarify exactly what we're testing these two cameras on. This, for most use cases, is, of course, the better camera, right? It's got a larger sensor. We're going to talk about specs and all that. This is a movie camera. So this will be the perspective of somebody who uses cinema cameras on a daily basis. I know what kind of amazing image quality you can get, how you can push and pull the colors, and that's why we are not testing the S3 against the Blackmagic in terms of overall video capability, because it's really no competition. We're specifically asking, is this enough to replace your mirrorless camera setup for live stream and podcast and things like that? So now that we understand what question we're asking, it's time to get into it. Let's introduce our competitors. Let's start with the Blackmagic here. Yes, it is a mirrorless cinema camera. It has a Super 35 6K sensor. It's able to shoot in Blackmagic RAW. It's able to shoot in ProRes in various flavors. But for the purposes of this test, we're going to be shooting in 4K, and that's because the Webcam S3 maxes out at a 4K image as well. But overall, this thing has all the bells and whistles, false color, a lot of tools that pro videographers use. It takes SD cards. This can also output with its full HDMI port a clean feed of the video, and lots of people use this camera and Sony cameras and Canon cameras and Lumix cameras for their live stream purposes. But this thing is expensive, right? The Webcam S3 comes in at a fraction of the cost, and let's talk about what this can do. The Webcam S3 comes with a 1/1.3 inch CMOS sensor that's capable of 4K. It says it's color grading ready, professional color grading ready, and that's because it's able to mimic both Sony and Canon colors via the software that comes with this camera that we'll be able to download, and we'll show how all that works. But you know, no HDMI out here. It's got a single USB port on the back. This is for connecting to your computer. But for a live stream setup, this may truly be all you need to deliver a premium looking live stream, podcast, what have you, for your setup at a fraction of the cost. So what kind of tests are we going to be doing? We're not going to be doing outdoor night shots and cinematic beach scenes and all that kind of stuff, because that's what you would use a cinema camera for. And this is really tethered to whatever USB-C powered host it's connected to, whether that be your iPad, your iPhone, or of course your laptop or desktop. So you're not going to be taking this out and about to go and shoot cinematic footage. But I have said in my review of this camera, you can check that out, I'll put the link down in the description below, that it's so good, the image is so good that I've ended up using it for B-roll in some of the videos you've seen. In fact, my last video for OWC on their, right here, this is their Express 4 M2. I actually shot the unboxing for that, and I also shot the installation, the SSD installation, with this as the top-down camera, and it looked amazing. You probably couldn't even tell what camera it was being used. You definitely wouldn't have thought it was a webcam. So what will we be shooting? We'll be shooting, well, video like this, because most of the time you're going to be using this camera right in front of your face. So whether you have a mirrorless cinema camera or just a webcam, it's going to be in front of your face. So we're going to use a setup just like this. In fact, we're going to use this setup, and we're going to record two samples, one from the Blackmagic, one from this, and then we'll also do some product shots so you can see the way that both of these cameras handle colors. One thing, obviously, with Blackmagic RAW, you can get this image to look like almost anything, but a really pro move here that YOLO Live did with their S3 is that it can mimic Sony and Canon colors. So that's a really great pro feature. Without further ado, let's get into the test. So what you're looking at right now is a sample from the Blackmagic Pocket 6K camera. Again, this is a cinema camera. It's gonna have dynamic range. This one boasts about 13 stops of dynamic range, and that's just the difference in detail between your darks and shadows and then your highlights and your bright parts of the image. It's gonna have great color, great contrast, all those things. Right now, it's actually shooting in RAW, which of course is something that the S3 can't do. But we're gonna see how well the YOLOcam grades in terms of color, because it does boast. Right here on the box, YOLOcam says they have pro level color grading, and Blackmagic RAW is known around the industry for being amazing and fantastic. So we're really gonna put that to the test. Now we're gonna do some samples of my iPhone from the Blackmagic Pocket 6K. Okay, and so what you're looking at right now, I kid you not, is footage directly from the YOLO Live YOLOcam S3. Same lighting conditions, everything. You're getting contrast. It looks great out of the box. I'm able to monitor this as I'm talking to you, and it just looks amazing. Not to mention what we shot previously with the Blackmagic. It was on a manual camera. Blackmagic's not known for having the best autofocus, and so when we were shooting that, we had to manually adjust the focus. But this, I kid you not, check that out. Hand focused in just a few seconds, right back to my face in just a few seconds. In fact, on the box it says 0.3 seconds. It's right around there, usually never more than half a second, maybe 0.6 seconds at the most. But the autofocus is great, right? The detection, face tracking, all that, it looks crystal clear. Now this is being recorded at its maximum 4K, maximum bitrate and everything, so you can get an idea of what the footage is going to look like. And this is the type of result that caused me to start using this camera for like B-roll and things like that in the Granite Geek Show itself, and even for a C-cam or a third camera in different shoots and things like that. So of course, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Now we're gonna take some other shots of my iPhone via the YOLOcam S3. Hey everybody, Editor Chris here. I just wanted to make a couple of notes now that I have both samples from both cameras back here in the studio on these color grading monitors. And I would definitely say there are some trade-offs here. Of course, the Blackmagic has more dynamic range, so the highlights are not clipping, the shadows have more detail, and I would prefer the skin tones coming out of the Blackmagic overall. I also think motion is smoother. I'm not sure if that's a setting, something that I have to correct in the software, but the motion on the Blackmagic is obviously smoother than the sample of the S3. However, what you get with the S3 is that super fast autofocus. It's colored like that right out of the boxes, where I did need to color grade the Blackmagic footage in order to get it looking presentable. But of course, you are going to see in the highlights, even on my skin, it is clipping, and that's where it turns to pure white when something is too bright for the dynamic range of the camera. And then motion, it seems a little jittery. The colors also tend to lean a little yellowish, and so if that doesn't favor your skin, that's something you're going to want to take into consideration and just change the color grading. You do have an incredible amount of flexibility with the color grading on the YOLOcam S3, but of course it's nothing compared to what's available on the Blackmagic. Okay, so we've seen our samples. We've gone in and played with the footage to see how it operates in our editing software. Both edit very smoothly. Both look really good with obviously studio lighting. We're not pushing them in any dark, low light situations. And I gotta say, the verdict for me is yes, the YOLOcam S3 is good enough to replace any mirrorless camera you have for your live stream setup at a fraction of the cost. You'll be able to pick up a couple, 2, 3 of these to do a multicam live stream setup, maybe even podcast style. This absolutely is good enough. Now, is the S3's image better than the Blackmagic? No, of course not. But by the time you're live streaming with all that data compression and stuff, and some streaming services only allow you to go up to 1080p, but even if you're in 4K, by the time all that's compressed down, yes, this is a comparable image. You just gotta say hats off to the folks over at YOLO Live for what they've been able to do with just a 1 1/3 inch sensor, CMOS sensor at 4K. So of course, if you're looking to pick one of these up, which I absolutely recommend you do, I'll leave a link down in the description below. Of course, shout out once again to YOLO Live for sending over the S3. And you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss this. We cover all things tech. I'm Chris Grant Jr. It's the Granite Geek Show.